Okay, I am back. Back for more illumination stuff. This time I'm going to be reviewing the third Despicable Me movie. Seeing how well the second one did, of course they'll make a third one. I'm sure even if it did terrible, they would make a third one anyway. You may be asking yourself, how come you're not doing this tomorrow? Well, I actually ran into some problems that kind of pushed my schedule kind of forward. Forward a little bit. I should say kind of back, I should say, actually. But what ended up happening was yesterday on Monday, this dog was following me up the road while I was walking, so I had to go up there and talk to the lady when it was nicer out. So I had to do that. But yeah, I had to talk to the lady. And that ended up taking a little while, and then the dog wasn't coming. I should have told the lady to give me a ride back to the house. I should have done that instead. But I didn't think about that. So that dog, she said she doesn't want the dog, so I gotta find another person that can take the dog. But yeah, that ended up taking about 45 minutes extra on my walk normally takes about an hour or so. But it took like an extra 45 minutes just to get the dog straightened out and stuff. Because I ended up having to chase him in someone else's yard. I was gonna go to that person's house and, talk about, like, how they helped me with the dog, but I ended up not being able to do that because the people weren't there, so yeah, that was a big mess. So yeah, the dog's name was Gus, by the way, and it was named Baxter. I guess a nice common name, I guess. But yeah, that was a big mess. So I ended up getting behind on schedule. So that's why I'm doing this today. That way I have plenty of time tomorrow to get things packed for Arkansas. So anywho, I'm sorry about the long wait. You guys are probably wanting me to get into the review. I just wanted to explain to myself here that. But anywho, I'm here to talk about Despicable Me 3. I actually was gonna watch the whole film, but then I'm like, I kind of want to put this out on like 21 on YouTube. I just realized though just now that I guess YouTube doesn't keep track of time, just dates. So I guess that may not worked out well. Oh well, I guess I've seen this film not long ago, so I wanted to watch it again so it can kind of refresh my mind. So I watched part of it, and I think I got a pretty good idea what the film is about now. I remember. Again, I've seen it not too long ago, about a few months ago. Basically, the film is about Gru, and Lucy going after this. It starts off with Gru and Lucy going after this 80s villain. God, he's a badass. He is such a badass. Like, I love this villain. This villain is fucking awesome. Yeah, he's just awesome. I just love this villain. He's just so unique. I think Despicable Me keeps getting better and better with their villains. And plus, unlike Macho, who's a twist villain, he's not a twist villain. They review him right off the bat. But apparently, he wants revenge on Hollywood because they canceled his show. But he canceled his show. So yeah, they canceled his show. So he wants revenge because he's not loved by people anymore. So yeah, they apparently Gru and Lucy fail, so Gru and Lucy get fired. Yeah, apparently Mr. Ransbottom retires in this film. So a new lady comes in, and she's a jerk. Like, she's an absolute jerk. I'm gonna call her a jerk 'cause I'm trying not to cuss as much, because I kind of getting in a bad habit in real life. I mean, cussing's not really a bad thing as long as you're not cussing actually at people. But I think I don't want to cuss as much. But yeah, let's just say she's a donkey. She's an A donkey is what she's being. But as soon as she appears on screen, she pushes Ransbottom out by shoving him through a hole, and then she fires Gru for failing to capture this guy. So she's already proving to be an unlikable jerk, and I mean, she's not on screen very long. I don't think she appears again in the film. I haven't seen the whole film. I was actually in the middle of watching it to upgrade myself on this. But yeah, I just don't like her. She's irritating. I mean, that's a horrible way to introduce your characters and stuff. But yeah, this is but yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. Now I do like the I do like the I do like some of the jokes they make in this movie, Gru's like the villain playing his song and then Gru losing his like clothes. That was pretty funny. And yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the villain. I do like him. He's a pretty good villain. Definitely so far the best. I hear they're making Despicable Me 4. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it though, because let's face it, the franchise is going to start getting real stale soon. I think it still holds up to this day. I think this film is still really good, but like Ice Age, they're making too many films. I mean, this is the third film. Plus, they have a spin-off movie, and and next year they're gonna have a sequel to the spin-off movie called The Rise of Gru. So they clearly are making a lot of sequels and prequels to the Despicable Me franchise. Now, I don't think this film is bad per se. I think it's actually pretty good. However, I have some problems with the film. Like, I think we get introduced to Gru's twin brother, and he's kind of annoying. I think he's kind of a bit of annoying. He's not super duper annoying, but he's kind of I mean, like when they're going to retrieve the diamond and stuff, which I haven't got to that part of the movie, but I remember in particular, he's kind of annoying, like the way he screws it up and stuff. I think, he's just kind of annoying. Kind of reminds me of another character on a TV show or movie, but I can't think of it on top of my head, but I remember this character was a screw up too, and kind of annoying. But I don't think he's an unlikable jerk either. I think he's just annoying. He's kind of annoying and all that. And then we get a side plot with the Minions movie. Well, the Minions movie. The Minions, I don't know why I said Minions movie. I guess because that's the last Despicable Me franchise movie I watched. And the Minions, well, their plot's not that entertaining, honestly. It's a side plot, but it's not that entertaining. It's kind of just, I mean, they get arrested. They do a little dance on a stage, get arrested, and well, it goes from there, and yeah, it's just not that it's not really that interesting, and I kind of wish they would have went back to Gru at the end, but no, they go to Drew. because they became villains. I mean, yeah, the Minions movie, they were searching for a villain, which makes the plot kind of predictable. Like, I'm not gonna lie, before the third movie came out, I'm waiting for them to leave Gru because, well, actually, I was wondering why they haven't left Gru yet, because Gru is not a villain anymore. They want to find villains. They worship villains. But yeah, it's just not that, it's not that, interesting, though. I mean, I kind of, like, again, I think the plot's kind of predictable on that side, and again, I wish they would have gone back, because in the last movie, Gru was good, and they were friends with Gru still. They worked with Gru, so I don't know why they couldn't have done that in this movie. And we also get a scene where Agnes hears a story about a unicorn. Like, this guy talks about a unicorn, so she goes out to the wilderness to find this unicorn, and yeah, I guess that's somewhat interesting, but I don't think it's that interesting. I think this film it's still better than the first one. The first one had a lot of slow moments. Like, again, the first film, I think it's still fun to rewatch it, but I don't think it's not as good as the second one and third one. The third one's definitely not as good as the second one. It has its problems. And real quick, I'm probably gonna go over and make sure I didn't accidentally delete one of my videos. Hold on. Okay, I did it. I thought I accidentally deleted the Starfall video. I didn't delete it, because that would have sucked, because that was a long video. I still gotta figure out how to upload that on YouTube. But in the meantime, yeah, I gotta say, I definitely think this movie's it's good. I think it's a little overhated. I don't think it's, the best. I think, again, the second one's better, but this villain is badass. This villain is badass. I really like the villain in this. Especially like I forgot to mention this too, but he disguises himself as like this fat guy who reminds me a lot of the fat mayor from the Cloudy and a Chance of Meatballs movie when he gains weight. I don't know, he just looks like his nose and all that reminds me of that. But yeah, I think this is actually pretty good. I think the film's pretty good. I think I'm gonna give it a good. I was gonna give it a meh, but I watched it and I think I watched about half of it. I think it's pretty decent. I think it's pretty good. However, I think I should probably also give it a score. It's not going to get 120 points or 100, because I think there's some problems with the film. I think there's, like, again, I think the new CEO or whatever, and that fired Gru was kind of a bitch. I mean, she's a bitch to Gru and Lucy. And I didn't like how they threw them out of the plane, nearly killing them. I don't think they luckily had parachutes, but I don't think I think they didn't, I think they just happened to have parachutes. I don't think they knew, the people who kicked them out knew they had parachutes, so they could have killed them. So yeah, that's a big problem. And the Minions plot, again, it's not that great. It's kind of just blam. Again, I don't like how they hate Gru. Like, I mean, I guess it's okay if they hate, as Gru's not a villain anymore, but I wish they would have gone back to Gru at the end of the movie. I mean, I guess it's, like, they do go with Drew, which is Gru's, twin, but I think they could have handled the plot a bit different. And Drew's just kind of kind of annoying a bit, but I don't think he's that annoying. I don't think he's Chloe or Sparky from the Fairly Odd Parents annoying. I don't think he's that annoying. But I don't think he's, like super super good either. I'm gonna give this film, I think I'm gonna give it 98 points. That's right, this film is gonna get 98 points. I don't think it's that bad. I really don't. I think it's pretty decent. I'm actually surprised. Now, I haven't seen all the film, but I remember a lot of stuff. I remember the battle scene, too. I remember all of it. Now, there's probably some slow moments. Like, I remember the town part was, like, probably one of the slowest parts, but I don't think it was that bad. I think it was kind of... I guess I can say another nitpick I had is like, when Gru came back after going on an adventure to steal the diamond back, Lucy kind of, was kind of being a little selfish and, kind of would, hurt him a little bit, because they were supposed to do the partner thing together, even though it's okay to do stuff on your own sometimes to please people. So I thought that was a little bit, selfish of Lucy, but I think Lucy's a pretty good character. A lot of couples I don't like in the movies, like Ice Age, I don't really like Ellie that much. I don't think she's that interesting enough a character. I kind of think that about a lot of couples, but this movie has I think Gru and Lucy are very good couples. I think Lucy's a really interesting character. And yeah, Gru is kind of a little bit, compared to the last film, they did kind of drain his character a little bit on selfishness. But they still have selfish moments in there where he, like, rockets the butler and stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty, unique. But yeah, I think it's about time, though, where I need to probably let this go, though. I would recommend this film. I think it's better than the Minions movie and in the first Despicable Me movie, but I think it's not as good as the second one. I could change on it. That plot could change. I don't know. The thing is, the second one had 120 points, though. This one's only getting 98. I don't know. Maybe throughout my reviews, maybe I can switch the point system around a little bit, I don't want to do it too often because then it gets confusing. But I'm outside right now because Daddy's sleeping inside and it's cold out, so I better get back inside. I want to finish watching the movie, just for funs. Anywho, this is Dash Show Rose. Please subscribe for more videos. Can we see if we can get to 77 subscribers by New Year's Day? Please. I have a reward for the viewers if we get to 77 by the New Year's. It'll really help this channel out. Anywho, this is Dash Show Rose out.